6 centers on the opposite sides of the Alps, specialized in didactic projects and research tenders, developed in collaboration with Italian and French universities. A cross-border research poles network of Terres del Monviso, one of the key centers of the ECO project, aiming at the valorization of the cultural and natural heritage of the region, while turning these resources into a driving force for the economic development of the area, from the mountains of the district of Cuneo to the French Haute Alps. From the Monte to Barcelonnette, each center, with its specific characteristics and facilities, constitutes the ring of an ideal network developing around the Monviso mountain and at the same time acts as a reference point within the parks joining the projects. Mont Dauphin is an old fortified citadel near the Alpine border between Italy and France, a live testimony of the military architecture of Louis XIV's France, which today is a reception pole for students and researchers specialized in architecture, history, landscape and geography. Here, the Terre del Monviso project has converted pavilions and barracks into meeting halls, classrooms and apartments.
La place forte de Mont-Dauphin, inscrite sur la liste du patrimoine.
The fortified town of Mont Dauphin, listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2008, is constituted by many monuments, allowing to receive many researchers. In the arsenal, we have built a great hall that can contain up to 200 people. The officers' pavilion is now a hotel, capable of hosting 66 guests, with rooms for 2 and up to 6 people, used to accommodate residencies and researchers engaged in different areas, from economics to the reconversion of military heritage, such as the seasoning cellars that are currently under construction in some parts of the Rochambeau barracks.
Monter dans des chambrées dans la caserne Rochambeau.
Even the pavilions of the old military building of Barcelonnette were reconverted in order to provide a logistical base to those professionals involved in scientific research projects in the mountain area along the border of Italy and France. Today, the complex of the ex-barracks is called Seolan, a French acronym which means Study, Observation, Accommodation and Entertainment Site on Nature and Environment.
La vocation originelle de Seolan, c'est de...
The original vocation of Seolan is of hosting scientific visits carried out by people working on specific disciplines on the field, usually earth science or biology and astronomy, in particular geology, alpine ecology and natural hazards. The Ubaye Valley is a perfect study area, as here we have an extraordinary natural heritage. Ostana, a small town in the Po Valley at the foot of the Monviso mountain, since 2019 is the headquarters of Alpstream, the center for the study of alpine rivers. Here, researchers, technicians and teachers have the possibility of experimenting new sustainable water resource management methods by monitoring the impact of climate change in organisms and microorganisms living in water, both of which are optimal indicators of the ecosystem's health. It is very important to have a true field station. In other words, a lab located right within the Alpine territory. In this place, we're just a few kilometers away from Italy's most important river. And for this reason, we have chosen this specific area, as it can attract several collaborations from Italian, European and American research centers, as we currently have going. This location allows, from a practical point of view, to get to the river, collect our samples and quickly bring them here, in order to carry out all the processing operations and obtain data in almost real time, thus having a quick turnaround. The mission of Arche de Sim pursues instead two different objectives, given its design as a multi-purpose space which can accommodate students and researchers within the Queyras Natural Park and the Monviso Biosphere Reserve. The center, as a matter of fact, opens its doors to a wider audience of non-experts thanks to its interactive museum, thus offering to everyone the opportunity to explore the themes of environmental conservation.
L'objectif du parc du Terres, c'est vraiment de mettre à disposition ces équipements pour
The
faciliter
goal of the Terres Park is to provide these tools in order to ease the work of researchers and offer them quality accommodation and support in the territories of Terres in different fields, such as biodiversity, as this is one topic which is well covered within the park. But also other topics, such as the study of landscape, natural hazards, and other themes which we would like to develop, and for which we are initiating collaborations with some of our visitors, such as health and nutrition.
Qui viennent travailler sur la santé et l'alimentation.
In the Monte, inside the farm of the old Villa Lanza, lies the Center for the Study of Phytoallergological Species. Here, the nutritional principles of many wild species are studied and rediscovered, and the domestication of about 10 spontaneous plant species is being tested, from plant identification to field sowing and transformation for nutritional use. The project we're carrying out together with the Ente Parco Alpi Marittime involves experimenting with the field cultivation of 10 specific herbs of the Alpine area. Said activity used to be widespread in the past in this territory, with regards to the natural habitat and practical knowledge needed. The project envisions the possibility of carrying out the cultivation of these plants in fields, in the area of the Stura Valley and the territory of De Monte, at an altitude ranging from 1,000 to 1,200 meters, in order to then proceed with the transformation from a culinary point of view. The pole of the 20th century in Savines-le-Lac, a town set on the banks of the Serre-Ponçon lake, was created with the purpose to tell the story of the 20th century through its landscape, its change, and man's intervention. Featuring an auditorium, a didactic room, a multi-purpose space, and a panoramic terrace, the pole hosts the SIAP, a French acronym that stands for Interpretation Center for Architecture and Heritage, the beating heart of this structure.
Aujourd'hui, c'est un centre de recherche. En tout cas, on veut positionner notre SIAP sur ce thème.
Today, it works as a research center. However, we also want SIAP to focus on topics such as new materials and the future management of our mountains with regards to maintaining an exemplar and durable habitat. Why have we done this in Savines-le-Lac? Because it's the only mountain village recognized as a 20th century heritage site. This recognition as a cultural heritage was granted by the Ministry of Culture, following the creation of the 20th century label by Andrea Malraux.
C'est André Malraux qui a créé ce label 20e.